Okay, class. So I am going to go through the exam review. I'm not going to go through it in depth. I'm probably going to mainly highlight what's not in the textbook. If it's not in the textbook, it's in your slides. And just want to talk about the format. So your exam is on Tuesday. Obviously, you have the 75 minutes. There's generally about 40 questions, and the format is going to be just like the quizzes, just longer, obviously. So it's multiple choice, true, false, matching, potentially fill in the blank, and short answer. And when it's short answer, if you remember, like quiz three, where I had, um, what is MAD, or like what are three prospecting methods, and briefly explain, it would be something like that. So starting with chapter one and just the professional selling overview, you want to go back and look at the key takeaways from that Wall Street Journal article that I had you read. And then the rest of it really follows the slides. The biggest thing, I think, um, well, two things under number four that you're not going to find just in the textbook like they are in the slides. They're not laid out that way, and all of the content's not there. Are the marketing management philosophies. So those philosophies quickly are selling orient. Well, let me back up one. If I go in order of development, it's production orientation. And so a production orientation is where I make whatever I'm good at and I sell it to everyone I can. There's no customization. I just make what I'm good at and sell it. From there, there's selling orientation. That's that traditional, aggressive, pushy salesperson that's really just concerned about making that sell and sells volume. From there, you have market orientation. And so, market orientation has three concepts within it. And so, one is customer orientation, which is what, so we practice market orientation, but customer orientation, which is a part of it, is that I am trying to build a mutually beneficial relationship with my client where I'm listening to my customer, figuring out what they need, and then matching that with my product or service, um, with long term benefit, which I said, and profitability. Then you have competitive orientation or competitor orientation. That's going to be that I'm going to look at the market, look at what my competitors are doing, and factor that into my business model. Then you have interfunctional coordination, and that means that we're not working in departments as silos by ourselves. So it's not just sales working towards a goal, just marketing working towards a goal, just finance working towards a goal. The entire company is working across departments to achieve long term growth and profitability. And from there, there's relationship selling, which is just even more consultative selling. And then hunter versus farmer, knowing what the two different types of salespeople are. So hunter is going to be concerned with really going out and getting new customers, where farmer is going to be concerned more about cultivating relationships with existing customers, and they sell through getting a larger portion of current customers' business. So, chapter two, heart of selling, is relationships and problem solving. Most of these um, are just like they are in this. I mean, the slides and text are very self explanatory. Chapter three, again, this is highly from like your textbook and slides, be sure to go back and look at that case 3.1, selling off label. We watched the video and look at kind of your discussion. Chapter 4 is time management. So the only things from your text are those key concepts. And then go back to that Trailhead module and look at those specific things that I have highlighted here in that personal productivity model. I have multi-attribute model on here. I'm not going to ask a lot about it. The rest of it, I think, is very clearly laid out in the slides and the videos if you're in the hybrid class that accompany. Social styles model, again, slides, text, perfect resources. Also, this was on both quiz 2 and quiz 3. We went through quiz 3 in class, so you should have a really good perspective on what questions and would look like and what information you need to know. Again, these last two were on your just your last quiz. So there were the 10 prospecting methods, and then the prospecting process. That's your text and slides. And then the big things to know from pre-approach are, what is it? What's happening? I personally term it the planning and preparation stage. Where do you get information, and why do you want to set up a meeting? Why is it important to set up a meeting? All right, so that is the exam review in a nutshell. But please go back through and fill in everything for yourself. And one more thing that just occurred to me that I didn't say, but you can have one 8.5 by 11 inch standard sheet of paper, front and back notes. It can be written or typed. So you can have that. And any other questions about the format of the exam, please just email me.